Today, Nikon have announced their latest pixel powerhouse, the D850, and with it, they've totally overhauled 2014's D810. I've been lucky enough to get a first hands-on look at it. Built around a brand new backside illuminated 45.7 megapixel CMOS sensor that has no optical low pass filter, Nikon state that this camera will be full frame like you've never seen it before. In the few tiffs I got to shoot with a Beta D850 and Nikon's 50mm f1.4G lens, the level of detail captured on review was truly astounding, and if replicated in the final production models, which I'm sure it will be, it will not disappoint. Dynamic range also seemed pleasing, while noise handling was very solid indeed too. There's also the option to shoot cropped RAWs for images with lower resolution and file sizes. That big leap from the 36.3 megapixel resolution of the D810 may not always be needed after all. In its medium-sized setting, 25.5 megapixel images are captured, while in the small setting, 11.3 megapixel files are produced, both resolutions that are still highly usable. RAWs can now also be batch processed into JPEGs in camera, allowing you to quickly convert a load of files on the fly should you need to. This sensor is paired with the X-Speed 5 processor taken from the brand's full-frame flagship D5 and the crop sensor flagship D500. It enables a native ISO range of 64 to 25,600, which is expandable down to an equivalent ISO of 32 and up to a level of 102,400. With the new ENEAL18B battery inserted into an MBD18 battery pack, this camera can shoot at a top continuous speed of 9 frames per second, while with other power sources 7 frames per second is possible. This is a notable area of improvement, as the D810 managed a mere 5 frames per second when capturing images without a crop, and even the 24.3 megapixel D750 maxes out at just 6 frames per second. With a quick enough SD or XQD to handle the camera's massive file sizes, yes, it's got double slots, this device's buffer is around 51 RAW shots according to Nikon. While the D810 had a 51-point AF system with 15 cross-type points, the D850 adopts the brilliant 153-point 99 cross-type system from the D5. The central of these autofocus points operates down to a fantastic -4 EV, while all other points will operate to a respectable -3 EV. Low light focusing is not going to be too much of a problem with this camera. If you're trying to keep moving subjects in focus too, the 3D tracking that this camera provides is pretty much market leading, winning nothing but praise in the D5 and D500, something that's sure to appeal to wedding and event photographers among others. An in-camera focus shift shooting feature is now present, in which images are automatically taken with an adjusted focus position from the starting point to infinity. This can be set to a maximum of 300 shots, with a focus step width selectable from 10 levels. Even continuous shooting at 5 frames per second is possible in this mode. For macro fans, this is going to be fantastic. Building on that found in the D5, the D850 has its own more advanced silent photography mode that makes use of the camera's electronic shutter. And that silent mode is truly silent. This is my microphone here. If I take a shot, you can hear the autofocus, but nothing from the shutter at all. If you're a wedding photographer or a theatre photographer, that is going to be fantastic. The D850 can shoot UHD 4K using the full width of the sensor at 30 frames per second and can now record full 1080p HD at 120 frames per second for super slow motion playback. A dedicated movie menu provides focus peaking and improved highlight display options. The camera has both headphone and microphone inputs on its side and can now shoot internal 4K time lapses or produce 8K time lapses with the help of the camera's internal interval shooting and third-party software. With a magnification of 0.78, the bright optical viewfinder found in this D850 has the highest magnification ever found in a Nikon DSLR. This will aid users with their composition and visual confirmation of focus. This OVF is paired with a touch and tilt 3.2-inch 2360K dot rear display. With a magnesium alloy construction, the D850 is designed to withstand day in, day out professional use with ease. It's rated for over 200,000 shutter releases and has what Nikon describe as comprehensive weatherproofing. Illuminated buttons now make low light use of the camera easier, while the greatest button change of note is the addition of a joystick thumb control like the D5 and D500 to the side of the rear setting dial. Battery life has been stepped up from an already respectable 1200 shots with the old battery on the D810 to a huge 1840 shots with a new ENEAL15A. Of course, it's got the connectivity options you'd expect with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi for SnapBridge compatibility, and it's also compatible with Nikon's radio-controlled advanced wireless lighting system. At £3,300, this is one highly competitive device, and Nikon have really gone all out with it. It's going to be a beast that deserves respect. Now, it's going to start shipping on September the 7th, so for more information about this camera and to be one of the first people to get your hands on it, visit wex.co.uk.